Alright, everyone. It's time. Let's hear what Todsworth has to say. And that's enough of what Todsworth has to say.
There is no meme. This is just a threat.
Hey. Welcome back to Fire Emblem, the Morrow's Golden Country. Last time we did a lot of talking. This time the trends will continue. Except it'll be even more, because after last episode, I did all of the shopping, and then I switched out the units I deployed, so that I can get all the units that we can possibly talk to. Let's start with Robo-Kai Bikin Lady. This is quite the castle you've got, m'lady. Reminds me of the story of how I lost my arm. How so? Don't tell me you lost it here. Hardly. 'Twas a journey in a distant land. I and some friends were hired for a job. An assassination, in particular. I was to assassinate, and the others to infiltrate. Sadly, our target was wiser than our client let on. Quite the swordsman, too. He fell in the end, but he took my arm with him. I had considered giving in there, hanging up my blade. But I yearned for adventures, for new stories to tell. And with practice, I got back to my former skill. Perhaps even more. Plus, people underestimate me. Always a bit of a joy to show them a real surprise. Did you think assassination? I've taken on some odd jobs. Actually, I also kind of just glanced over the assassination part. I'll tell you all about them once we're wrapped up. I see. Blair realizing that she's been leading an army of fucking weirdos and fucking crooks. Hello, Miss Blair. Hello, Ian. Do you think you could stay behind here? Relax back in the castle until we're done with this war? It'd truly be a big help. No can do, miss. I've got things to do. Now, I'm gonna go see if Mr. Zeke can train me. What are we to do with this kid? Hopefully he doesn't bother our reserve troops too much. Someone told me, the comments told me the joke with Ian is that his super cool skill, Double Lion, that he gets at level 19, he literally can't get. His class caps at level 18, and that is hilarious. Alright, who are you? Ah, right, Tobias. You're Tobias, right? I think I've heard tales of you. Even when we were invading Ixtra, you were something of a legend. Sorry about that whole warp. You can't just act like that's a oopsie daisies, my bad. You've nothing to apologize for, lass. Not like you were the aggressor. Glad to hear my name still gets around. Won't say I'm not humble, but I also won't turn down praise. Well then, regale me with a first-hand story. How about the one time I wrestled down a bear entirely bare-handed? Well, that'd be a lie. It wasn't just a one-time event. How much do you wrestle bears? More than any fella my age. Tobias. Your age is not why the wrestling bears is strange. Yeah, I wrestled 3 bears a month, as was the time for a 30-year-old. 3 bears a month at 50? I can't be doing. That's not how that works. There's this one persistent grizzly who lives near my cottage. Almost feels like I gotta shoo him off weekly. Name the guy Hank. Something of a rival, I guess. That's quite spectacular. And that's only my bear-related tales. I'll tell you some more after we give Dulst a good thrashing. What a cool guy. What a fun uncle. You were Mikey's sister. I don't remember your name. Sonia? No, Sonia's the red one. Lady Blair, do you need me? I'm just stopping by to say hello. I'm sorry for what Nielstrom did to your country. Hardly your doing, I'd say. I'm sure when you knew him, he always seemed like a reasonable man. Alas, he thought less than nothing of the Ixtra nation. It was but a trophy of Dulst, that and a treasury of loot. But things had to change. Do you know of Lazarus? By God, do I. I do? Well, did. We're the ones that brought an end to him. Thanks for that. But anyway, after his death, we found some correspondence. It appears he had been writing letters to someone in Dulst. It seems that he was some manner of plant. He was to infiltrate Igstra via our tournament, then I guess somehow stir up chaos and disarray? I had no idea. Funny thing is, his loyalties still seemed quite tenuous. Judging by his final letter, he was planning on aiming his sights squarely at Dulst. Was Dulst trying to force this from the beginning? What could they get out of provoking Igstra? Your guess is as good as mine. In any case, that's a reason to bring this conflict to an end. No more intrigue, no more deception, no more wars. Just our nations, coexisting. Growing, flourishing. Quite like the sound of that. Right, Lazarus was a douchebag, but maybe a loyal douchebag? Or just a douchebag. What do you need of me? Nothing, I guess. Just wanted to check in. I'll keep this brief. I'm fine. Do you expect more? I'm here to tie up loose ends. Then I'm returning straight home to Igstra. No point in getting attached. Right. Of course. I appreciate you getting Tarquin out of the way, but Igstra's far from stable now. Someone with strength will need to lead the way, and it's possible that somebody may be me. In that case, I wish you luck. Hope I won't need it. Thanks, though. Alright. Serious, down-to-earth woman. Fair enough. Still can't believe it. My sister, found at last. Rose, right? It's certainly quite hard to fathom. Given the timing of everything, wouldn't that have made her one of the Viridian mercenaries? I guess so. From what I've gathered, most of them perished. She probably could have been one of them. But she wasn't. And for that, I'm so glad. Is it wrong for me to take comfort in someone else dying instead of her? The more I think on it, the worse it feels. But at the same time, you're not wrong for being happy that your sister's alive. You're right. And I'll continue to protect her if she wishes to fight alongside you. I'm still not completely sure why she joined those mercs, but I ought to respect her wishes. My little sister can't possibly be a drug kingpin, anyways. You are... Zach, right, I completely forgot I promoted him. Greetings, Zach. Milady. I'll keep this brief. I'm glad you're still with us. That's all. I don't want to keep bothering you. I appreciate it. The way I see it, I'll never leave a job half done. Hence, I'm still here. I'm glad to hear. Be off now. Don't concern yourself over me alone. Alright, fair enough. Anyone else at the bottom half here? Oh, right, you! The diamond guy. You've been a big help, Tonaman. Funny to think you just joined us. How do you mean, lass? Most of our army has ambitions and dreams related to this fight. Or, at the very least, they're fighting for a friend here. Not you, though. You're just along for the ride. Huh, guess so. Doesn't bother me one bit. As I've said, I like taking things at my own pace. That doesn't really have much to do with you joining us. So it don't. It's good to have you. Of course, it's good to be had. A secret character who's just along for funsies. I can fuck with that. Milady, what brings you? Just checking in. Are you holding up all right, Stefan? I think I am. I won't say it's been an easy road, but it's one that's brought our knights, our friends, back. But we can't rest with them merely being back. We must ensure our continued safety, even if it means fighting alongside Dulst. That's not what's happening at all. I'm still sorry for dragging you this far along. Don't be. This is my duty. Just as I have these many months, I shall serve to my fullest. Guess some things never change. Guess so. If I fall, it's truly been an honor. And I'm glad to have saved our companions. Stefan, there will be no need to say, Mrs. Obama, it's been an honor. You will walk home together, hand in hand. That man we just fought, he was your brother, wasn't he? I'm sorry. And I'm sorry you had to be the one to strike him. Wow, there's actually dialogue for specifically that. You don't have to apologize. It's sad, but I know I can handle it. Somebody will have to lead my house now. I still don't know if I could do it, but I have to try. Don't you have other siblings that could lead? Sorry, I just realized how that must have sounded. I do. They would have been fine without me anyway. Maybe this is my chance for true freedom. Thank you, Lady Blair. This journey's taught me so very much. It hasn't always been easy, but it's been worth it. I'll make it worth it, brother. I swear. Even if I don't lead us all to glory, I'll make you proud somehow. Sam, I think... Is Sam the unit that I've changed my mind on the most? No, that's Joseph. But that's for the opposite reason. What the fuck? I thought that was just like a generic Ursuline sniper. What the fuck's he doing here? Your Majesty, I wasn't expecting you to be here. It's good to see you've made it. Albacore's Pegsai has been keeping watch of your return. We know the great ordeal you face. If my son will continue to aid you, so too shall the kingdom of Albacore. I'm truly glad to hear that. On that note, if you see Hyperius, please present him this blade. During the Hellenian expedition, I had dug up an old favorite of his. As thanks for his service, I had it reforged. Alas, I'm not sure where he went off to. I'll get it to him, don't worry. Do try to make it time for him, though. He served us well. Surely, there are many people I must commend while we're all here. Now then, I won't keep you long. Go and do what you must. Hyperius gets a proof? Oh, hold on. 1 protection per 3 missing HP. Doesn't he have like fucking 60 million HP? Huh. Well. Let's just start from over here. Say, what's your favorite food? Are you plotting something? Hey, you guys took me in and kept me alive this long. The least I could do is treat you to my talents sometime. I haven't a great idea of a favorite currently. I suppose our rations have damaged my palate. Truly a terrible fate. We'll have to feed everyone anyway. I'll just throw together as much as I can, with as much variety as I can. Surely there'll be something you'll enjoy. There's quite a few of us. Are you sure you can handle all that cooking? Please, m'lady. It's what I was born to do. I can handle it. Well then, good luck. Yeah, Mikey, if you could make me one of them $10 buckets from KFC with the 50 popcorn chicken in it, that'd be great. That'd be great. Hello, you. Too generic. What? Who was that? No clue. Feels like I've seen her everywhere. Haha, NPC joke. Are you ready for this? Ready for the all-out war with some bastards? Why, yes, I am. They won't know who or what hit them. I just realized how easy it'd be to infiltrate the gun. Oh god, this girl's fun. I wish I got more of her supports. It was what? Arin, I think someone said Blair. Is that what they wanted of me? Well, no matter. I'm in top bruising shape, Blair. The hubris cursed shall fear the name Yu. I'm glad to hear. I just realized I never thought to make a Yu Yu Hakusho joke with her this entire time. I'm sorry, Tagashi, I let you down. Do you wish to motivate me? Shouldn't you find somebody who'd be more receptive? I was just gonna tell you to keep doing what you're doing. I know you don't like us. I don't get why or why you stay. I know you're here, and that you're among our most skilled. Thanks. Hold up. What is it? You're not the worst person I've fought for. I'll take that at the high praise you mean it to be. Don't push your luck, though. Fair enough. I know the fight ahead is not one you wish for, Joseph. You don't have to join us if you don't wish. I'd understand completely. It'd pain me to fight against my homeland, but it'd bring greater pain to ignore their crimes. As I have dutifully fought, so too shall I continue to fight. Fear not for my feelings. As long as I live, and as long as my will carries me, I shall not let any harm come to Erseling. I shall follow you to Kingdom Come, my lady. If you insist on fighting, thank you for your presence, Joseph. Anytime. You've got a strong will, Joseph. If only you could fucking proc despoil, you greedy fuck! Hey, my lady. I just wanted to say thanks. This has been, well, better than the Lowlands. Of course, you've been an asset to us. Haven't you talked about running off several times? It was all a bluff. What's that look for? My whole life I've had to kick and scratch for every scrap. Honestly, not an asset among those I grew up with. Though honesty's not an asset. I see. Well, I'm glad you're still here. I wish I could do something for your homeland. No need to pretend you care. Most of us hardly do. I do, though. Now that I know people suffer, it's hard for me to truly turn away. Well, if you insist, I'll try and think of something. But first, we got your arses and power here to trounce. Can't make the world better if they're in our way. Hell yeah. And here is Hilbert. Hibbert? Whatever the fuck his name was. The kid that everyone went, he's really good, and I probably should have used. Miss Blair. We're doing the right thing, right? I'd like to think so. I guess from a certain point of view, it's not that simple. I could see how we're driven by a desire for revenge. But at the same time, we can't just leave Dulst be. Nor would it be right to bend our knee to them. Not after what they did. At the same time, though, I don't want to hurt the people of Dulst if I can avoid it. But with the instability that might come of this... this all sounds so complicated. And I guess that's what being a hero is. Being able to make the right choice even through this confusion. You could say that. I do truly hope you don't have to make these choices. Well, I'm a true hero, so they'll come easy to me. I'm sure they will. Hilbert's the kind of guy to see, like, a meteor destroying the Earth, and he'll type in the comments, "You all acting like I would let this happen." Hello, my lady. You're Q, right? I've been wondering, what does Q stand for, Hubert? I stand for truth, justice, and knocking baddies down a peg. Not that. Fuck, I can't read. Q does not go beating up daddies. Or maybe she does, if that's what they're both into. And nothing wrong with that. Not quite what I meant. Your name, Q. What does the letter Q mean? I don't follow. What's your name, Q? Just Q. Nothing more? What does Blair mean? Blair's a name! Q's just a letter. Well, it's also my name. A lovely name, no? Yes. Yes, it is. Let me guess. You have no relation to Rayanne. You're just a quirky Hellenian wanderer. You got that right. There's mysterious, and then there's inexplainable. Well, in any case, thanks for joining us. Sure thing! Always down for an adventure. Fair enough. Alright, Apollo, what you got for us, buddy? To think, I wouldn't be here today if you hadn't come upon me. Truly, our voyage's crossing path those months ago was destined. If you look at it like that, my entire journey built up to that. If King Brandel never sought me, or if I fell to Lazarus... But it's hardly worth dwelling on what didn't come to pass. Of course, the intermingling of our lives, of all of our friends' lives. It's all due to random happenstance. Fate, if you will. And it's up to us to give these crossings meaning. And so again, I am truly grateful to have known you. Hell yeah. Go, churchman or whatever. Milady? Everything alright, Flynn? Quite. I just wish to thank you for all of this. I don't think I ever would have left Opistia without you. And seeing the world like this has been amazing. That's all. I'll leave you to it then. You've been immeasurably helpful to us, Flynn. So I myself am grateful you've stuck around. Thanks. Blue-haired, friends unite. I was cycling through other words that started with B, and I went, blue-haired bitches. I'm like, no, Flynn and Blair aren't bitches. Blue-haired baddies? I mean, yeah, you know, that would have worked. Blue-haired baddies. I believe they both quantify as baddies. I thought I could trust him. You don't wish to fight against Elcorian, I understand. Even after what he's done, he was still your mentor. And then that leaves me complicit in the horrors among your people. I know what I must do. Even so, I don't know if I can do it. I'm sorry, Blair. Part of me doesn't want to do this either. He was always so kind to me. But that's why we have to keep moving forward. We have to learn what changed. What happened to him? I know it hurts. I'm still terrified that this is the natural conclusion. That I'll become like them. Cold, heartless, writing off lives for nothing. No, you need to write off lives for a tax credit. I won't let that happen. I've learned many things from you, and I know how kind you truly are. I have faith that you'll do better than Rayanne. And if you ever begin to question yourself, I'll keep you on the right path. There's nothing for you to fear. To think that I've learned so much from you. I truly needed that. It's the least I could do after what you've done. We're more than peers in magic after all. I'd call you one of my closest friends. It's truly an honor. Now then, there's much for me to prepare. Even if I can't save him from what he's become, I can fight for something he'd be proud of. Hell yeah, I'm meaningless A support because I stopped deploying a meal. Hey Hyperius, I got a sword for you. Glad to see you're still with us, Hyperius. Are you surprised? Don't count out the old man, young lady. Hardly. You just throw yourself into enough combat that... Well, it's impressive you're still going so strong. I've seen hundreds of battles in my time, young lady. Remember the late Tarquin Scar? That was all me, during some joint military activity. And that's hardly all. I've crossed blades with the strongest knights of old Mevian. I've taken on the harsh wilds of this land, all for His Highness's sake. This war has nothing on me. Forgive my fit of passion. Of course, you've done well protecting Zeke, and I ask you continue to do so. But of course, I shall also ensure your survival. You are a dear friend of His Highness, after all. Hell yeah, good for Hyperius. If you think about it, lass, history's repeating. How so? We're walking into another revolution here. Sure, it's for far different reasons than Mevian, but you're still about to tear down an old world order. And I guess I get to fight in 2 revolutions in my lifetime. I kinda missed it, but not quite that much. I hadn't thought of it quite like that. I'm hardly ready to think about rebuilding all of Dulst. And that's how it is. Winning's easy. The hard part's everything thereafter. Who knows, though? Maybe seeing this all play out will get Mevian on your side. We like a good kindred spirit. Somehow, I don't think that'll happen so easily. Yeah, probably not. Yep. Waiting for a Fire Emblem sequel that's just allocating resources and managing the nation. Like roller coaster tycoon, but for an entire empire. What are you writing there? I'm just preparing a speech. We're about to undertake... Well, I won't sugarcoat it. An extremely dangerous battle. I don't expect all of us to survive. Knowing that, I still have to draw up hope and morale in our men. It's hard, especially after saving everyone. Telling them to go back to the field. A field that very well may claim their lives. I suppose it's not unlike what you face constantly. The fact that you've managed to guide us all this far, it's proof you're something special, my lady. I ought to get back to this. Who'd think I'd get caught up on simple words? I'm glad someone as considerate as you guides our forces. I know you'll inspire them all. You flatter me, my lady, but I'll try. Desmond, I only used you for a little... Well, actually, I didn't use you for a little bit. It was like a good third of the game. Maybe even half. You did your work, Desmond. You did your work, and I'm proud of you. Hey, milady. I might step out of the city a bit. Think it'd be fun to get a taste of the Dulcian wilds. I'm sure they're not that exciting next to Ixtra's. Mayhaps, but we're not in Ixtra now, are we? Besides, they're new to me, and that's the exciting part. Sometimes it feels I know every nook and cranny of my home. Ain't a bad thing. There's not much to surprise me. Here, every tree's a new experience. And I'm sure I'll find a new critter. Well then, good luck to you, Damien. I can't speak much for what you'll find, but I hope something will impress you. Don't worry, I'm sure I'll find something great. Damien was cool. Alright, what's the drug dealer doing? Oh, Miss Blair. Drugs. Wow. Miss Blair, come try this. You're only 2 years younger than me. Why call me Miss? Of course I have it. Anyway, try this. What is this? It's pulsating. It's a tasty snack that, if I'm right, will bolster our caster's power. Either that, or it'll instantly turn them into a fine powder. What? It's perfectly safe, probably. I think I'm good. Suit yourself. Tastes good. We'll see if I'm still in one piece in 10 seconds. Wow. Good for you, Rose. That girl is insane. Milady, I have something shameful to admit. I'm almost curious about those dark dealings. The ones that have wrought such pain upon your people. What's shameful about that? Does it not distress you? There's a difference between knowing something and using it to hurt somebody. And from what I've seen of you, I trust you to know the difference. You're quite the accepting young lady, despite everything. I don't think I could ever be quite like you. Alas, if it's not shameful, maybe I'll return and sneak a peek at their notes. Morbid curiosity and all that. Alright, well I'm sure Manfred will be fine. I'm sure there's not going to be anything crazy happening there. Hopefully. Milady, you've been through so much already. Please, rest. I cannot rest. Not while they're still out there. I have to keep fighting. For everyone. Even if it... You're not going to try to stop me. I won't disrespect your wishes. You've given more than I could ever expect. You wish to keep pushing yourself. Just please be safe. I don't wish to lose more to this. And yet, the world keeps taking. Even so, I'll fight for everyone who has brought me this far. Hell yeah, Johan. And all we've got left are the two crooks in the corner. Not a bad body of water you got here. Tell me, do it go out to sea? No? I'm pretty sure it's just a moat. Feel free to judge my father's design sense all you wish. A real man would have dug out a trench to the sea. We're quite far. That doesn't sound the most practical. Guess you're not used to towns that aren't ports, though. Nay, lass. Most of the time, I wasn't let in port anyway. He'd bring his most well-mannered of men. And me manners ain't well. Well, make yourself at home. It's the least you deserve for coming this far. Aye, lassie. Thanks for the warm welcome. Both here and before. Alright, it's time to see what fucking Jeff has to say. To think. I've gone from a thief worth less than trash to... Well, maybe I'm still a thief, and not worth much. But I feel I've changed. At least somewhat. I'm glad to hear. I know you've long been questioning yourself. If it makes you feel any better, you've always been a great boon to us. Don't flatter me. Still, I'm glad to know even the worst me can change. I don't know much about who you're fighting now, but do you think they can change? I don't know. Part of me wanted to hope so, but I know he won't change. Fair enough. Well, even if anyone can change, not everyone will try. And for you trying, I'm truly glad. It's like that Ratatouille thing. Not everyone will change, but change can come from anywhere. That's an important thing to remember. Alright, that's everyone. I realized that the armory, like the pre-chapter armory, sells a lot of equipment that I'm totally fine with. So I really just bought brave weapons, I think 2 fortifies, and some Nosferatus for Svelti and Kenneth. I'm still more than capable of just buying weapons from the regular, shops. I believe so. Alright. I believe I saw my father here. We'll meet with him and strategize. I think our best move, our only move really, is waiting for them to come to us. Then we make our stand. We'll have watch posted constantly, so we'll be ready when they're here. And after that, once we weather the assault, we march on Arbordia. I shall have Albacore's finest guard your flank as you march. I appreciate it. Do your best to keep them out of combat. If this all fails, I don't want Albacore dragged into this. We shall not fail. I'm sure of it. I shall remain here awaiting your safe return. I thank you. Well then, I'll be off. We don't know how much time we have, and I'm not going to waste it. Thank you, Father. And I'm sorry for all of this. I keep dragging people into conflicts way beyond what I can even handle. It's alright. You're hardly dragging anyone along. They wish to fight for you. A just young man like you. They fight knowing the risk they carry. They might not return home. And still, they fight. Why am I the one that they fight for? Surely there's someone better than me. More brave, more just. Someone who deserves it. I've, too, felt that. And I wish I could say more besides. It gets easier. It never gets easy, but it gets easier. Alright. A Zeke moment, I guess. I don't know if you've been able to tell. It's probably been obvious. I really don't care about Zeke. Like, at all. I actually just... While Viridian had an amazing final chapter, I don't really like that Viridian and Zeke are here. I feel like they just distract from Blair, who is the infinitely more interesting character, who was fully capable of leading the game on her own. But then again, an amazing female lead, being forced to share the spotlight with male leads who aren't as good, is truly the Fire Emblem experience. We're back. Feels strange to say after everything, but we're all back. Would you expect anything less from your finest, sir? I suppose I shouldn't. But It's still unreal, in a good way. Even so, it's not over yet. We must continue to fight. That you must, after what you've been through. It's an injustice beyond any I have known. But maybe, once this is all done, we can rest easy, knowing that we've created a better world than this. I'm sure we will, sir. That's why I joined the Knights, why I've come so far with you. Because I know that someday, good will come of our tribulations. I truly hope that to be the case. Let us prepare. Thank you for everything, sir. Yep. We've come far, bud. That we have, Natasha. How'd you get to be here? How did we get to be here? You want me to give you an answer? Some crap about destiny and all that? Hardly. It's just interesting to think. From afar, one would have never expected our paths, and how they're entwined. Dork. At least I'm consistent. Besides, that sounds like the sort of thing Blair would say. Would you call her a dork? Don't bring her into this! Still, as much as things change, we're still us. I like to think I'm a better man than I once was. Or that, at the very least, I can become better. Still one-upping your father? Is it wrong? Spiteful? Is it all I want now? Well, as someone who's known you for far too long, you'll trounce his legacy. Thanks. Just don't forget to let me in on some trouncing. Your old man always seemed a bit of an ass. I wouldn't mind tearing his works to shreds. Don't you worry. There'll be plenty for you. Good. That almost makes up for you making fun of Blair and I. Almost. Be good, Kenneth, or I'll pull some strings with her. You'll find yourself the unluckiest man in all of Dulst. I'm sure I will. Alright. This is a lot of really nice dialogue, and I'm pleasantly surprised at how much they seem to take into account other supports and things you've done. We're alive. I can't quite believe it. The four of us together again. We haven't separated. Really, it's your brother and his friend. They're the weak links here. I resent that. I don't deny it, but I resent it. Why aren't you denying it? Anyway, what's next for us? Finish this war, then back to Ixtra? You're making us sound like generic soldiers. At the end of the day, we are. A generic soldier could hardly contend for the throne like you, love. That's just hypothetical currently. Well, whatever you choose will be in your corner. That's right! I resent being called generic too. But that's beyond the point. Why is Carbon so endearing to me? Being my friend's sister's lover is as close as one can be. I think you got more than a little off track, Carbon. Sonia, you're bound to be my sister-in-law. Can't go letting you down when we've come. Can't go letting you down when we've come this far. Thanks, you three. We're quite the family, aren't we? Mom, brother, and Carbon. I suppose we are. Come, Mikey, spar with me. You need the help. You'll be fine. Make sure he's fine, love. We'll see. What about me? Do I just watch this happen? Run. Save yourself. I'll spar with you, Carbon. Don't think it'll be any easier, though. Mikey, if I die, it's all your fault. So it is. Nice knowing you. That's sweet. Who is B+? Oh, I guess B+ would be, like, Sonia and Carbon and Sonia and Mikey. That makes sense. I'm still amazed to see you alive. You know I'm too amazing to die. Ha! I guess so, Rose. Are you coming home? You mean after this war? Of course I am. I know what happened to the mercenaries. How close you were to that fate. I'm scared thinking about it. You're scared? Imagine how I must feel. But I'm alive. So alive. I know. It's your choice. And it's hard not to worry. But I can't stop you. All I can do is cling to your side and keep you safe. Just please come home for real. Someday. Alright, brother. Leela! Have you met Toby? Funny story about that kid. Turns out the lass is me long-lost daughter. That's almost unbelievable. Small world, I guess. I met her months ago now. Frankly, it's so unbelievable, it almost makes perfect sense. Truly, who'd think I'd have a more real relation to the man than you? Yeah, I'm almost jealous. There's enough of me to be both a pa and a not-uncle, kids. Truly, I'm flattered. Trust me, he's a sweetheart. You can't You can't escape him. I'm flattered, kids. You don't need to sell her on me. Sure, old man. Happy to hear that, kid. What, her calling you old man? Guess it's endearing. Now then, I'm sure you're all hungry. I got me some premium grub ready. Oh, fantastic. You've just gotta try Toby's food. If you insist, it insists upon you. That it does, Zach. Alright. Wait. Before I even look at the screen, it's gonna be... I'm not looking at the screen right now. It's gonna be... Fuck. Oh, Simone and Arin. That's not Simone and that's not Arin. But, like... It's... Like... It's not Simone and Arin. There's no way I can spin this. Well, no, wait, there is. A fellow druid... like... Simone, and then Blair and Arin are, scissor sisters in another life, so they're basically the same person. Me, I'm smart. I'm so smart. I'm good. Where are you headed? I need to return to Nielstrom. There's loose ends I need to go and tie up. There has to be something left untainted by him. Something I can use to bring this whole damn thing to an end. You seem intense. Good luck, Kenneth. Thank you. But luck's not what I need. Yeah, it is. Have you seen your luck stat? You are very crit-prone. I'll try to return before hell breaks loose. But I can't promise anything. I understand. Come back safe. I shall. You've left me one hell of a legacy to unpack. But I'll overcome it. Like I've overcome all that's faced me. No force in Dulce will stop me from tearing what you've done down. From forging my own path, my own future, my own tomorrow. I must be off. Let's hope this will all be worth it. Well, figured you'd be here. I think now would be a good time for the two of us to begin. We've no idea how much longer until the invasion arrives. And I'm sure you're anxious to understand. I am. Follow me, then. I have a spot in mind just outside of the city. Do you not trust me? Fair enough. No, I do. I'm just uneasy. It'll be all right. I will not harm you. I simply wish for you to flourish. Let us depart. Oh my... title screen! Damn. Beautiful scene, isn't it? Reminds me of 13 years ago. After leaving you, I'd stopped at a lake much like this. Thought about what my actions would lead to. It's quite on the nose, really. Perhaps I'm trying too hard myself. To make all this mean something bigger, I mean. But enough about me. What do I do now? Relax yourself, Leroy. Close your eyes. Alright. What is it you see? What? I see nothing. Then let that nothingness be what grants you understanding. The tapestry that forms this world. The endless weaves that come together to create this land and all within. You, the powers you bear, they are a snag in this tapestry. A snarl that stands in defiance of this world. The threads of the world that you bear, you can grasp at them, take hold of them, unravel them, reshape them. Within Rayanne, we kept a magical blade of quality unmatched, an implement with which to hone the abilities of our subjects. You yourself have used this blade. Perhaps you may not recall it. Even so, within yourself, there may be whispers of it. Bring it within your grasp. A sword that I don't recall. On the other side of the continent. How am I? Unravel the threads. Rewrite what is and is not. The animus that binds life is something we're all linked to. With you, we've simply strengthened that link. Whatever you will shall be made true. Don't fear this, child. Perhaps you never wanted any of this. And for that, I suppose I should apologize. But we are not 13 years in the past. We are in this moment. You can run away from this all, or embrace the hand you've been dealt. Prove to me that you can make something spectacular of it. Prove to yourself. Make this all mean anything. I've lived a life not knowing what my purpose is. Is this why? Are you all why? Then I'll use this to tear it all down. Well done, Lyral. You have been an excellent subject. Where are you going? You're the pinnacle of Project Valkyrie here. You already know what you can do. Continue to impress me. So this has been me all along. But what does this truly have to change? I am Arin Lyral. I was before this, and I will continue to be. All this is another path for me to take. Another way for me to protect what I hold dear. And I truly do feel powerful. Perhaps she was right. I can make something of this. Not for her sake, but for mine. My companions. I'll fight with everything I have within, for their sakes. Animus. She mentioned something of that. And the Valkyrie. I shall see what equipment I can find in Airseling. There is much for me to rise to, but I will never back down. My future is mine to control. Okay. For Arin, reshape the tapestry. I do believe we can... Yep, I figured this was coming. So is it gonna be... Yep. Ooh, that looks nice. Apex Valkyrie. Oh, fuck, I think I used all of my spirit dust on the Pope. God damn it, I don't have any more magic boosters for, Arin. Man! Why the fuck did I invest in Dragon Pope? Oh yeah, because he's the Dragon Pope, and that's sick as hell.